And that's the way the coffee brews.
No, that's terrible.
It's so bad.
No,
Hello and welcome. I'm Aisha and today we're going to be making cold brew in a jar. To do this, we're going to need a big jar, some muslin cloth, which you can pick up at any hospitality store, some lacky bands to secure the muslin cloth in place, measuring jug, and of course, some coffee beans. So I'm using one from about 5 months ago. It's a Costa Rican honey process from last year's crops, 2018 crop. I'm from my friend over in Western Australia, so thank you for sending me this. I suggest using something that's a bit older, just because it's cold brew, so you're not going to get all of those like fancy flavors if you were doing a pour over or something. We're trying to create a simple coffee flavor that can go with anything. I was a bit of an idiot and didn't get these pre-ground. I highly recommend you get them pre-ground.
Grinding montage! Grind, Aisha, grind! While I'm grinding, you're going to want to find yourself a bowl and some filtered water. And you want your coffee ground the similar size of raw sugar. Still grinding. Measure out 2 cups of 16 ounces of ground coffee in the measuring jug. Grab the bowl and lay the muslin cloth over the top. It's also known as cheesecloth. Make sure it's centered and dump your coffee in the bowl. Gather the corners of the muslin. I have a rectangular piece, so then I folded in the remaining bits of fabric so that the coffee is held tight like a friend does when you haven't seen them in a really long time. I then tied it off real tight with an elastic band. Real tight. Squeeze that sucker. Now for the jar. I'm using one that holds 3 liters. I picked it up from the local market and I think it used to hold sauerkraut. But after a big wash, it was good to go. I stuffed the coffee in and then unfolded the tails around the jar rim and secured it with another lacky band. I'm now adding 6 cups or 48 fluid ounces of filtered water. I then fold in the foldy-offy hangy bits back onto itself and secure it with the lid so it doesn't flood the kitchen like it did last time. Without folding, the brew soaks through and drips out of the vessel and causes staining on furniture and flooding of floors. Oh hey Bob Ross! Yes, my cat's name's Bob Ross, named after the 1980s superstar painter. I love them both very much. Now just leave your brew to brew. I'm a kid in an aquarium when it comes to this kind of stuff. It's the next evening, and I left mine to extract for about 36 hours. Let it brew for a minimum of 18. Then remove your sack of coffee. This proved to be difficult because of the neck of the jar. I'm sure a bucket would be easier, but I chose the glass jar because it's non-porous and wouldn't hold on to any smells that can be passed on to the cold brew. Also, don't do what I did and keep your rings on. The sack is a swollen fellow and has less obstacles for getting your fingers underneath and squeezing that sucker, the easier it will be to get out. Dispose of the grinds in the compost or on your garden, but be careful with putting grinds in your garden because you can overdo it because of the acids in the coffee. Rinse your muslin cloth and sterilize with boiling water, let it air dry, and it's ready to be used again. Now all I do is portion it out into smaller bottles using a funnel so there's less mess. I like using recycled soft drink bottles with a screw top because they look super cute and it's super nice on the environment.
So there's a few things that probably need to be addressed before we get into the final thoughts of the cold brew. One, this took a really long time to fill. We messed up a couple of times with the flooding of cold brew everywhere. seal properly. I broke my computer with my butt. That was pretty funny. So it's been probably close to a month since we started filming. So in that time, haircut, ops, new tattoo, maybe ops, plants dying. I think it got infected with some in-house, indoor buggy things that chew at the roots, and it's far gone from saving, but it still looks kind of cute. But we're here now, and I'm really excited because this cold brew is actually really good. Cold brew lasts for up to 7 days when refrigerated. I like to put it in smaller bottles so that it's easy to take to work, and then putting a cute little label on it that's got the date that you made it so that you can keep track and don't end up drinking anything gross. It looks like this. And so there's pre-dose and you don't have that giant jar to lug around. It tastes really good with a splash of your favorite alternative milk, just over ice, or if you want to be really fancy, you can add a slice of lemon and some tonic water. If you enjoyed this episode of Bootleg Coffee Making, please give me a thumbs up to let me know that you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button and hit that bell notification to be notified every time I post a video. I've been Aisha, and I'll see you guys next time.